Hello there.
This is where the fun begins.
What's up guys, unofficial Star Wars here. Hope you're all doing well, and in this video we have a new update into the regards of the upcoming Mandalorian and Grogu movie by Jon Favreau. It was just announced about a month ago now, and well, now we have a new update onto the regards of a working title for the upcoming movie. So we're going to go ahead and hop right on into it, break it all down for you guys right now. Before we do though, however, grab that subscribe button if you haven't already, as we're discussing and covering all types of Star Wars related news, leaks, rumors, theories, and breakdowns here on the channel. So if you guys are into any of that, go ahead and grab that subscribe button today. Okay, so in this video, and this report is coming from thecosmiccircus.com. I'll have their article linked in the description down below for you guys to check out there, as well as an overall garnering source for this overall report here, of course. I can't really say that I've ever actually heard of them. I mean, I think I have seen a couple of their articles here and there, but into those regards, I can't really say how reputable of a source that they exactly are. And that given though, however, there are a couple other handles, a couple other sources reporting on this here as well, so I think it is worthwhile taking a look into. So as they read, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, Star Wars came to life on the silver screen in the theatrical state of mind. A universe of lightsabers, Jedi, Sith Lords, spaceships, and everything in between started a new generation of science fiction filmmaking. However, with a franchise spanning almost 5 decades at this point, and counting, doesn't seem to have any plans for stopping, it was time for a bit of a change, which came to the introduction of Disney Plus, partially at least. It's not as if Disney Plus was made specifically just for Star Wars shows, but for a whole realm of Disney content. Wanting to dip into the streaming wars, all that, Disney looked towards some of its strongest IPs for its content, beginning with Star Wars The Mandalorian, a show set within the Star Wars universe roughly after the events of Return of the Jedi, or the original trilogy, in its own manner or its own era known as the Mandoverse. Having spanned almost over 3 seasons at this point, with a bunch of its different spin-offs and a 4th of its season on the way, the adventures of the Mandalorian, Din Djarin and his adorable companion, are making the jump from television to cinema for a theatrical release of a movie of their own, of course, with the upcoming film The Mandalorian and Grogu by Jon Favreau, the mind and the creator, or partial creator, also with Dave Filoni, of this universe that we've all come to know and love as the Mandoverse. It was only a matter of time before we saw another Star Wars film in theaters, and with the positive reception of Pedro Pascal and his puppet friend, Grogu, it makes complete sense to begin with a strong contender for ticket sales. So, with The Mandalorian and Grogu coming to the big screen within the next couple of years, roughly looking for a 2026 release date in May, filming on the project has to begin sometime soon, of course. Things are beginning to heat up behind the scenes for Star Wars projects and many others, which means it's time for some updates and some status on the Star Wars universe, by which we're continuously talking about and covering here on the channel. All the more reason to grab the subscribe button if you haven't already. So today, or at least at the time of writing this article, thanks to their sources, they're able to confirm the working title for the Mandalorian and Grogu film, as well as the title and working title for Episode X, or Episode 10, of the Skywalker saga. Episode 10, and to that reference, is really supposed to be the New Jedi Order movie with Rey Skywalker. The Rey Skywalker movie that's set 15 years after the events of the Rise of Skywalker movie. It's actually said, not to confuse anybody, that that New Jedi Order movie with Rey Skywalker is set outside of the events of the Skywalker saga. Of course, it's obviously a continuation of those characters, from the sequels at least, and so it's still being viewed as outside of the Skywalker saga into that sense. The purpose of working titles is to mask the project that is filming. If you're walking down the streets of Los Angeles or wherever and see a sign that says Marvel Studios, there's a good chance that you'll be intrigued enough to want to walk into the set and see what's really going on. This is difficult for productions that have a limited time, money, and resources, especially if they're filming on a location instead of a soundstage, out and about. Filming under a working title, such as Daredevil Born Again, filming under the name of Out of the Kitchen, you have a little way of actually knowing what the project is. Essentially, the working title is just to mask what this overall project really is, but still has plenty of a reference to it at the same time. So, The Mandalorian and Grogu's title itself is still supposed to be The Mandalorian and Grogu movie. Like, that's its actual title, but its working title, though, however, is said to be something different, and we kind of take this into a bit of an importance because this will be able to let us identify different rumors and different reports that are actually discussing and talking about it when they're catching wind of it. That is at least what the W/T was designed for. However, in the age of the internet, this information becomes a bit more circulated much easier. The practice of using them is still in place, and they can provide us with a clue of what we can expect and anticipate from a project at hand. So, the Cosmic Circus reads that their sources are able to confirm that the Mandalorian and Grogu movie will be filming under the kind of working title name Thunder Alley. Never heard of Thunder Alley. Me neither. However, it turns out that Thunder Alley is already established in the wider Star Wars lore and has its deep connections to that as well, and we're able to tell a bit more from that taking a read from Wikipedia. As they read, Thunder Alley is a region of space along the New Republic borders that several fleets have rotated into patrol. In the year of 16 after Battle of Yavin, just before the Black Fleet crisis, the Second Fleet had been patrolling Thunder Alley, the longest of the fleets, without home service and shipyard services. Admiral Ghail Akbar, who you might think is related to, of course, the original Akbar, had convinced Chief of State Leia Organa Solo to pull the Second Fleet out and to replace it with the First Fleet, which had been serving as Coruscant's defense force during that same time. Ending that read from Wikipedia.com, Thunder Alley seems to have already appeared and been mentioned throughout its Star Wars Legends novels before The Storm, which was the first novel of the Black Fleet Crisis trilogy. This trilogy of novels has explored the political issues and the military agenda of the New Republic, with an emphasis on the military aspect of things. This feels like a great fit for the Mandalorian story, especially for this movie, as his journey has now been more ingrained into the bounty hunter story and is taking that kind of turn into the New Republic, working more closely with the New Republic and revealing more about their military status and their political agenda. Perhaps the Mandalorian and Grogu movie will bring another beloved legend story to the screen, which isn't unheard of in the Star Wars universe, of course. While this news is quite exciting, it's not only the information from the upcoming Star Wars project that we're able to kind of take a look at here as well. Taking a bit of a shift, they apparently have a working title for Episode X, or the New Jedi Order movie with Rey Skywalker. There's been a lot of speculation about the name of the upcoming Rey-focused Star Wars film, whether it's going to be titled New Jedi Order or whatever the case may be. Many outlets and rumors have continued to refer to it as, and many actually have in the first sentence, Episode X actually, or also this Rey Skywalker-focused Star Wars film, of course. However, others have called it the New Jedi Order movie, or even a new beginning. Looking around in preparation for this report, there seems to be no consensus about the name of the film, which StarWarsNews.com had spoke on. In their article, they said that the name hasn't been officially decided on, but a Reddit post linked to the name as Star Wars A New Beginning, or the New Jedi Order movie, actually, as a working title for the Rey Skywalker movie. This year all being said, let me know all of your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking. What do you want to see with the Mandalorian and Grogu movie? I would love to hear what you guys are all thinking in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching today's video. Of course, this has been Unofficial Star Wars. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great one. May the Force be with you as always. Peace out.